That session was really amazing. And just the downloads and the information that I get from the collective for all of us, it just really had me on a high. And I want to make sure that I can see y'all's comments and stuff. I swear I need a whole production team. Okay, so come in. Welcome to my live. We're going to talk about, I want to share a story with you guys about a session that I did. I want this to help you guys understand what I do, because I always get questions about what it is that I do. Why is this important? I know that there's already some misunderstanding and confusion about what we're even doing here and how this whole thing works. So I'm going to be interweaving that into this. And I also want to talk about my raffle, guys. I'm doing a raffle right now. If you haven't seen me do this before, I think this is my second time. It might be third, but I feel like it's my second time doing a raffle. And that is, I honestly do this for those of you who reach out to me and tell me that you want to do an MDR session, you want a reading, you want my intuitive coaching, but you just don't have the funds right now. So whether that is you or not, this is your time. The ticket is only $10 and you can buy however many tickets that you want. And I'm going to pull from a basket, probably something amazing that the kids created. They're always creating stuff. And I'll probably pull from there. I'll put it, the number that you send me, I'll put it on a piece of paper. And on Wednesday, which is the 30th of this month, next week, this coming Wednesday, I'm going to announce the winners. It's going to be 4 of you guys. Last time I did this, it was 3 winners. And I met some amazing people. Like, I really been having like the dopest connections through these raffles. It's so random. Like, I didn't even think that it would do that. But I really end up choosing people, which is not really me. Like, I'm not doing it on purpose, But I end up choosing people that I'm connected with. Like, we're still pretty tight from the last raffle. Like, I think that's dope. So yeah, if you want to take advantage of that, I have a flyer up on Facebook. If y'all don't know my Cash App, I'll give you all that information. Actually, let me see if I can type that out right here so that you can do that. Huh? Oh. So Woman Tree, what is my Cash App? Woman Tree, this is my Cash App. You just would send $10 or however many tickets that you want, and you will screenshot me the purchase and let me know, like, choose a number 1 through 25. Choose a number 1 through 25. Let me just get this information out the way so we can talk about what we want to talk about. So yes, raffle. I'm going to just do this real quick. Raffle, $10 meta. This is for you to choose. This time I'm allowing for you guys to choose if you want a reading or if you want an MDR session where I take you into parallel realities and we release trauma and that whole thing. What else do I want to say? It's $10. You're going to email. That is for the Zelle. So the email is for the Zelle, and you send a screenshot. You can either inbox me or DM me, and you send your screenshot to my email, which is dayla@earthisschool.com. Okay. This is if you want to take advantage, you guys. Please take advantage of this. It is a more affordable way to take advantage of my amazing services. Like, this is serious, okay? A lot of you guys inbox me, or you might even leave a comment and you're like, oh my God, like, you'll leave a comment under my one of my clips of the MDR session, and you'll be like, I can't wait. Like, I'm getting my coins together. You don't have to get a bunch of coins together right now. You can take advantage of this raffle and get you a whole session or a reading, whichever one that you want. So we'll talk about that again later. Real quick though, this is not going to be real quick. This is going to take a minute. But I want to share a story with you guys, an MDR session that I did. I feel like I'm kind of skeptical on saying this because all my sessions are like mind blowing, but this one is one that really just sticks out to me. I want to share this story. A lot of you that are going to watch this, you're going to be able to resonate with it. You're going to have some connections, and there's going to be some confirmations that'll come, and it's going to blow your mind. Okay. But I want to share these stories. A lot of you guys like to read my stories, but you don't really see me explaining my stories in like real time in video. I said my stories, but they're MDR sessions. They're people's parallel realities, right? But they feel like stories. And yeah, there's just a lot of information in this. It's like packed in one. This right here, I feel like every other session I do, it takes me to this place that is so deep, and it reminds me how deep we really are and what we're really doing. Like, obviously being able to take people into their parallel realities, or what some of you guys are perceiving as a past life. It is not a past life, because there is no such thing. We do not have any past or any future. It just feels like that because we are linear brain thinkers, okay? For now. We will not be. In 50 years, we will not be, or less than that. We will not be thinking so linear. And we're in the middle of changing that right now. But without getting too much into parallel realities and stuff, because I don't want to really explain all that and talk about that. But that's what's happening, guys. When I'm doing the sessions, if you guys have watched the clips or the full sessions, then that's what I'm doing. I'm taking people into another reality, because right now we are simultaneously multi-dimensionally living, and there's trauma, there's strongholds, there are relationships, there is beef that you got with your mom over here and with your daughter and other people, your baby daddy, like all of that. And it's because simultaneously there's other experiences happening that is linking into that. Now I'm starting to wonder, should I just tell the story about, no, I'm gonna say that for a video. Okay. I was going to tell the story because you guys, those of you who haven't watched any of my interviews, I can actually see other lives. Like, all my life, I have had experiences of feeling and understanding and literally seeing me in another parallel life. So I had no idea that I was ever going to get into taking people into this experience. You guys also have these experiences too sometimes when you're experiencing deja vu. What the hell do you think deja vu is? Why would you ever have a feeling that is so true to you that feels like you've done this before and like you've been here before? Like, you're walking down the street and you're like, we did this. Like, why would that even happen? Just because it's a fucking Tuesday and things are weird? No, it's because we are multi-dimensional beings. You're multitasking way better than you think that you are. Those of you who be like, no, I'm not good at multitasking. Yes, you are. You are multitasking multiple lives right now. I really want to tell y'all about that, but I want to tell y'all about this story. So hold on, because let me see. If I say this in a live, how will I make a video about it later? It won't matter. Okay, so then I am going to just share this. All right. I want to be obedient, Also, I hope that I'm not missing anybody's comments. Real quick, let me just tell you guys about the life that multiple lives that I know that I'm living right now. We won't even get into the session, right? Don't tell me this is my food right now. Thank you.
Very seasoned.
Okay. Thank you so much. Can you put this in the oven? Put this in the oven for me. I'm not going to be able to. No, I want you to put it in the oven. Yeah. Just set it in there. Don't touch it, Coast. Eat your food. Thank you, guys. It's coming. I got you. Okay. All right. So I was going to tell y'all about this story about somebody else's session, but my guides are telling me to share with you guys my own experience. Let me make sure I'm not missing no comments or anything. Make sure that, to tell you guys my own experience of me knowing about parallel realities and feeling it, okay? So if you're just tuning in, we're talking about parallel realities and what I do in my MDR sessions. Oh, maybe y'all can't even see these comments. I left a bunch of comments with the information. Y'all can't even see it, huh? That's lame. I just realized that. I don't think y'all can see any of that. Damn it. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. So I had this experience. Again, this experience happens to me all the time, but not as loud. Like, the way that this experience happened, it was so loud. I was doing a birth. For those of you who don't know, I'm also a painless birth worker. So I had a client and I have been assisting her. She had reached out to me in the very last minute. And that was so amazing too, because right before she reached out to me, my guides actually woke me up. If you don't know what I mean when I'm saying my guides, I'm talking about extraterrestrials who have spoken to me my entire life. For those of you who have not seen me talk about me channeling and my brand that is called Earth is School, I did not come up with that. I was given that when I was about 5 years old. And so these beings that are not from this planet, who I am very well connected to, and so are you, they are the ones that speak to me. Okay. And so they actually woke me up this morning that this lady ended up reaching out to me because I hadn't done a birth in like a year. So I really wasn't like, focusing on my birth work. I really like for my birth work to come like randomly, sporadically, and I don't like to do too many births in 1 year. So I really wasn't prepared to do a birth, and they woke me up out my sleep, and they were like, "You need to get ready, get your paperwork together because you're about to do a birth, and it's happening." Like I think we were in November, and the mommy was due like the next month, and that was crazy because I don't even really take people that late. But I woke up out my sleep. I got my paperwork together, and this lady, I never talked to this lady a day in my life, and she reached out to me. My friend here in Senegal had given her my number, and she reached out to me, and so that is how we ended up connecting. So within like 3 weeks into me coaching her, hey, what's up, ATM? Thank you for tuning in. So within like 3 weeks of me coaching her, um, I end up having this experience where I can feel myself living in multiple lives where I am this master birth worker. Like I had already known that this knowledge that I've gained from my birth work did not just come from me, just the way that I ended up getting into this. It was so random. I'll tell that story later. But I already had known for years now that it was a message that I had received from my guides about what to do and the concoctions to take and all that stuff. But in this moment, I was channeling all this knowledge about how to help this mommy with her birth. And I just felt like this was not my only life doing it. And not only did I feel like it wasn't just this life, and meaning that it was one other one, but I felt like it was more than that. Like I was like, there's like 4 or 5 lives where I am being a birth worker and I am like really helping and knowing what to do, and I'm a known expert at this. This is what I was feeling. And so while I'm sitting here, this wasn't in one day. This had happened over a course of like maybe it was like a week that my awareness was coming forth with this understanding that wow, like I'm really doing this right now in another life. This might be hard for y'all to hear me say this, but like I said, I've had all my life where I can feel myself and see myself in other lives. Some of you guys do too. Some of you guys are attracted to a certain era. You're like, oh, I just love the 50s vibes. I just love the so and so. And that's kind of like a clue, but I can literally see this and feel this, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm like, damn, like I feel like I'm doing this in multiple lives right now. And I feel like these lives are merging. And I almost have like, it was almost like excitement with a little bit of panic because I don't even know how to explain this, but it just felt so deep and it felt so dense. And so I ended up reaching out to my homegirl. Shout out to Jennifer. Jennifer's probably going to be on this live in just a second. Her name is the Ghetto Medium on YouTube. Jennifer is a bomb ass psychic, and me and her been tight for a few years now. And I knew that I could explain this to Jennifer, and I knew she could get it, or my hope was that she would be able to get it. Jennifer does these readings where she goes into the Akashic records. So how I will take a person into the actual experience of them in their parallel reality, and you can feel it and you can see it and all that stuff. Jennifer actually goes there for you, and she will explain what she's seeing. She's really good at this. It's been amazing. Like, oh my God. So, yes. I can't hear you. Come in. Okay. So what ends up happening is I reach out to Jennifer and I'm like, Jennifer, this is you already know my life is crazy. So this probably ain't even gonna sound too crazy. But I feel like I'm living multiple lives right now where I'm a birth worker and I feel like these lives are merging together and it's very intense for me. Like the information that's coming through, it's very intense. So I'm like, do whatever you can with that information and give me some closure because this is a lot right now. And so Jennifer's like, okay, let me see. She goes into the Akashic records and she's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 10. She literally counts out 11 different lives where I am being this birth worker and I am helping these women with their birth, okay, with these natural births. And what I didn't mention too, that I did mention to Jennifer, and how I knew that it was a parallel reality is because I could literally see it. I could see all the different lives coexisting with each other, merging together. This is what is happening, guys. When you're watching my clips and you're seeing people, and sometimes I use the word past life just to help with most of us have this linear, concept of time. So I do that to not confuse people. But again, there's no past lives. It is all parallel. Everything is happening at the same time. So the best way I can describe this, I feel like a lunatic when I'm saying this, but whatever, okay? This is how our lives are paralleling with each other. And this is what I can see in my mind's eye. Imagine that all of my fingernails is a life, okay? So using the example that I'm giving right now, where I knew that I was being a birth worker in multiple lives, right? So this is a birth working life. This is a birth working, like all my nails, right? Here they are. I am living parallel lives and I'm doing my birth work. And what is happening is that they are actually moving like this. This is how the dimensions work. They do not work like, they don't work how we think. Those of you who are familiar with quantum physics and the whole dimensional conversation and theory, it's not that, it's not even that we are in, like we go into dimensions. They're actually inside of us. We are not separate from them at all. And they interweave and intertwine with each other, which is why you guys have skills that you don't even know where they came from. Or sometimes you'll just get this random like want or desire to do a new thing and you'll be like, what the hell? And or you'll do the thing and you're actually really good at it. Or you guys having the deja vu. Deja vu is probably the best example I can give to this because we know that deja vu is not a made up thing, right? So anyways, these lives are going like this and I can see them. Jennifer counts out 11 lives. Mind you, Jennifer is just a medium. She doesn't know anything about birth or anything, but she's telling me that what she can see me doing in these other lives is I'm using seaweed, right? The seaweed from the ocean. She's like, you're using seaweed to efface the cervix, okay? Jennifer doesn't know about the word efface. She is just channeling from her guides and telling me the information. The word efface is a professional or medical term for opening up the cervix. Not the thumb, not the hand, the thumb thing came on my screen. So she's using these terms and she's like, Dayla, I don't know what the hell I'm saying, but go look it up when I'm done or tell me what I'm saying because I don't even know. So she's just telling me, she's like, you're living 11 lives right now. She's like, you're right. They are merging together. That's why you can feel them. And she's like, you're using the seaweed. And she's like, you are very well known. You're a very well-known birth worker. Everybody knows that you are really good at doing this. And she's like, you're using the seaweed to open up or efface the cervix and you're doing it like easy. She's like, I'm seeing you use this little tool. You're inserting the seaweed with this tool inside the cervix. And you're like, okay, cool. You're going to be giving birth in 5 hours. You're going to be giving birth in 3 hours. And it's kind of funny, y'all, because what you may not know about my birth work is that my birth work is specific for painless birth. I do not do births that are outside of what I'm saying. The birth is painless. And I'm very, very big on the cervix opening up. I have a concoction, not that I made, but a concoction that I use to open up the cervix. So it's kind of funny how, like, in this particular timeline, I have this modern way. I'm not using the seaweed anymore, right? But let's go back real quick, because Jennifer is telling me about this seaweed that I use to efface or open up the cervix, right? And what Jennifer doesn't know is that a week before, me and her are on this call, and she's telling me, she's confirming what I'm telling her about me living in this, this parallel reality where I'm doing this birth work. She doesn't know that I was doing a photo shoot with K-Bai last week. Those of you on my YouTube channel, you know who K-Bai is. For those of you who don't know, K-Bai is like a brother to me. He's from Senegal, and he's my like partner in creating. So a lot of my videos that I've created and stuff has been me and K-Bai. So me and K-Bai are on the beach, and we're about to do this video, right? And the seaweed on the beach is in the way. So I'm like, hey, we should get the seaweed and move it out the way because it's making the shot look ugly, right? So we start to move the seaweed, like dead ass. Like K-Bai can vouch for this, because after me and Jennifer's call, I called him like, dude, do you remember this day? Like, it's so crazy. So me and K-Bai are getting the seaweed out the way, and I pick up a seaweed and I look at the seaweed and I go, I feel like I'm doing something with this right now. Like, I just said that. I was just like, I feel like I'm doing something with this. And K-Bai was like, huh? And I'm like, I don't even know. And I just throw it, I just toss it to the side. And then we have an amazing day of shooting. And it is so crazy that fast forward, I can feel myself, having these parallel realities where I'm being a birth worker. And my friend Jennifer, who is a medium, is literally confirming that I am doing this in 11 lives, and I am using seaweed to open up the cervix. You guys, what the hell? What the heliante? So amazing. Like, I'm sharing this, like, I wanted to share an MDR session story with you guys, but I feel like my guys wanted me to share this because it's in real time. It's not in the middle of a session. It's just me being here and alive and just being obedient to what I can feel, just to kind of help you guys understand how real this is. What's up, Riz? Oh my God, y'all. This was amazing for me. And I don't even know how I didn't share this already on my YouTube channel, because it's so crazy. Oh, okay. That's not it. So Jennifer confirms all this stuff, right? She's like, please, Dela, look this up, because her and me, we don't know nothing about. That you can't hear me now. Yo, my live just cut off for no reason. Okay, I'm back though, whatever that was. Are you kidding me? What is happening? What in the Mercury retrograde is happening right now? I don't have time for this. Y'all, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, but technology got me messed up. I am not about to go through this right now. Okay, let me hear him finish the story, because I don't know what the hell is happening. So she's like, please look this up when we get off the call. So we get off the call. Of course, I go straight to Google and I start researching seaweed and birth. And come to find out, you guys, in like the fucking, I don't know, 1800s, I can't even remember. I think it was like the 1800s or 1900s. Women were using seaweed to open up the cervix. No way. Bruh. Right? Exactly. Not the Mercury retrograde. Stop playing. This has never even happened. Okay, so I hope y'all are getting this story. I hope y'all are getting this story that I go and I research, and women are actually using the well in the 1800s or so, women were actually using the seaweed to open up the cervix. Like when I tell you, I will never forget the scream that Jennifer scrumped. Okay, I sent her the screenshot and she literally screamed because she said that the image that I sent her was exactly, it was like with the tool. I didn't know, I forgot about the whole little tool thing. I just looked it up and just went to Google Images. And she was like, the image, like this freaking image that you sent me, Dayla. She's like, this is exactly what I seen. Why and how? Like, oh my God. If only y'all knew. Like, those of you who don't know me, like personally, like where I'm sharing my life with y'all, I just be having the craziest experiences. Like, it's so crazy. But I love this experience because so many things are happening in breadcrumbs. Like I didn't even know that 2 years later I would be taking people into parallel realities to get rid of their trauma and their strongholds and to help them with their fears. Because you guys, your fears, your traumas, like it's so funny how we think that we only have to heal from what we're aware of in this life. Like you think that it's about you healing from your ex or your childhood. No, baby. Healing does not end because you are multidimensional. So there are things happening in a reality that you cannot even comprehend to. And I know this to be true because I've done this about 100 times with about 100 people. And I know for a fact that when a woman is having rivalry and issues with her mom or her daughter, and we go into another reality, and her daughter was the woman whose man that she slept with, and she poisoned her and killed her. Like it's a whole thing. This is what is actually happening all the time, literally. I just did a session for someone that was dealing with their property manager, like just being an asshole and trying to put them off of the property. Literally, this was just like 2 hours ago. And we went into a parallel reality where they are together playing completely different characters. And the asshole property manager, they basically are already doing this in another life. Or let me help you understand this from a linear perspective. They were doing this in a past life. That's not accurate. That is not accurate. We do not have past lives. But I'm going to say it that way because our brains are linear, and it will help you to it will make you feel a little bit more safer with me saying it in that way, okay? But it's parallel. And we literally like went into this life where the same fears that this client is going through, she's having it right now, and she had it when she died in that other reality. Like it is so real. I'm doing this every day. It's not a gimmick, okay? It's not made up. It is not a myth. And in about 5 or 10 years, more and more people are going to be talking about this. You guys are going to really start to understand what I'm saying. It's just that unfortunately, I'm early. Goddamn, like it's annoying. It's annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm annoyed by it. I had a shaman here in Senegal tell me that I talk about things because I can see things about 10 years ahead. And he told me that people just be looking at me like I'm crazy and just be like, what? I am not getting it. And then he was like, within 8 to 10 years later, it's like, oh, like, and we know if you guys have been following me for a minute, you already know that this has happened. You already know this is a reality of mine. But dang, like that's irritating because it's like I'm the only one. Like, who else is like, and I know I'm not the only one, but it feels like that because it's like you guys just think I'm not even, you guys just don't get that this is real. So it's like, what am I even talking about? It took me like I was taking people into parallel realities, into the reality that they desire so they can manifest what they want, because it's not about going to the thing. You can actually bring it to you. This is quantum physics. And I have been doing this for like 3 years. I've stopped people from being alcoholics. I've had, I have a girl right now that did it with me last year, and she wanted to move to Italy. She did not think she could move to Italy, but we went to the parallel reality of her living in Italy, and she is literally physically in this timeline on her way to Italy, like living, like all bills paid, all expenses paid. This is, my reviews speak for themselves. Like, you can see the reviews where people are really going into parallel realities, and specifically I'm speaking about the brain and heart coherence, and they are pulling closer what they desire. I have been talking about this for years, and people, it's only like if you know me personally and you trust me, I'm not just out here talking and wasting time, then these are the people that would sign up and do this with me. But other than that, I had to start showing you guys that people are actually talking to their dead loved ones in order for people to even, like, for it to click that this is not meditation. I've, like, if you remember, if you're in my stories, I would literally be like, this is not meditation. This is not meditation. Like, cha, like, it's so crazy. It's not y'all's fault though. It's not y'all's fault. It's just a part of my journey. I'm just supposed to do this, just like this. It's preparing me. But yeah, like I've really come a long way with helping people understand that this is not meditation and that this is really real. And I know that it seems crazy because we've been taught that you need to go to therapy and have someone tell you what your problems are based on what you tell them, and they give you they give you these strategies and this 3D way of working out things. But my guides have been very, very loud about the fact that that's not going to be a thing anymore. Like, psychology, or I should say therapy and counseling as we have known it, over these next 10 years, it's going to be completely changing. And I was getting this message in, what year was Coast born? I was getting this message in 2018. I was getting this message. My guides were telling me, this is, you guys know, I've been coaching for a very long time. And they were telling me, we're going to give you a new way of helping people heal that doesn't have to do with so much talking. Me listening, you talking, yada, 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 the traditional way of therapy. We're no longer going to be doing this, but it's going to take for a lot of us to awaken to the truth that you don't just have the thing that your ego is telling you that you got to heal from. It's not just your childhood, or it's not just the last relationship that you had. You are multidimensional. You have other realities right now, just like in deja vu, where the same thing is happening and you're like, wait a minute, I've been here before. That's what's happening. You have split times that are taking place right now that you need to release and heal from. You have split relationships with people. Sometimes it's just the mailman, like, and y'all just got into it because he ain't closing the gate when he leave, and you think it's about that. And it's about a completely different experience. Like, y'all are married in another life and it's a whole different thing going on. Like, I'm swearing to you guys, I promise you that that is actually what is happening. You are omnipotent. I struggle with saying that word, so I had to take a breath. You are how we describe God. You are that. There is no separation. There is no separation between you and source. So you are everywhere. There is no dead. There's no separation. It just feels like it. It just looks like it. But that's the reason why you have an experience and you're like, oh my God, this feel like it happened before. Or the example that I just gave of me literally being in this timeline and being able to say, oh, I'm doing this in more than 2 and 3 lives. And for my friend to confirm, I am doing this in 11 different lives. And what she said to me was, she said, in at least 11 different lives, I am doing birth work and something that has to do with the people's brain, like healing people through the brain. And this is my thing. Like, if you haven't realized by now that I totally wish I would have went to school to be a neurologist, like, instead of psychology, the brain is a thing. So all of you guys have things that you're doing in other lives. And everybody's supposed to be like a healer, or, a medium, or whatever everybody claims that they want to be when it comes to spiritual stuff. But which is not an easy road. Like, Please stop begging to be whatever you like when it comes to spiritual stuff. And there's so many people that I see say like that they want to channel and they want to be psychic and stuff, but I don't think that people understand that if you are, and you may not even know yet, it may come into your awareness soon, um, that it's a calling for you to be to be a medium or to be a channeler. You don't have no easy life. Like that don't come like there. I guarantee you, there's no mediums, there's no channelers here that have a life of ease. In at least in the beginning, like you're going to go through it. You're going to be traumatically awakened to your gifts, or you're going to be confused about them and not accept them for a really long time and go through a lot of experiences that force you into it. You're going to have extreme anxiety. If you don't have extreme anxiety at some point, then it might not be a thing for you. But these are things that come with that. The people that deal with like extreme autoimmune issues, like people that go through like being abused and all kinds of stuff, these are our mediums and our channelers. It's not a life to just be like glorifying and saying that you just want to be in it if you're not willing to take what comes with that, you know. A lot of us are not accepting our gifts right now, and that's a lot for people. If you are watching this and you know that you have the ability, okay, let me rephrase that, because all of us have the ability. If you are watching this and you feel like your calling is to do medium or psychic work, then you got to know that a part of that is you not being afraid of being seen. Like you can't keep on hiding. You can't keep caring about what your family is going to say and your friends. And that's a big deal. A lot of people are not going to understand what that means. Like you got to look like the crazy person for a little bit. Like you got to be okay with that. You can't keep scrolling through social media and asking to win the lottery and shit. It's not going to happen for you. You actually have to show up for yourself. You actually have to come through with your gifts. This is the time where people are needing us more than ever. The confirmation that people are needing about where they are headed. A lot of you guys are leaving the workplace. So many of you guys, I mean, we're about to have a migration of people that are leaving their jobs. Like it's about to be amazing. And these people are needing your gifts. They're needing your expertise that you may not even realize you have yet because you haven't opened yourself and tapped in. But they're needing your confirmation, for them to make these moves so that we can all do what we came here to do for the new earth. So I know that was a lot, guys, but I'm excited to share that story with you guys. I'll probably share it again in the video to make sure everybody gets it. But I hope that that makes sense, though. I hope that what I explain helps you to understand more, who you are. And really, the more accurate terms is what you are. It's not who you are, because you are so many things. I love one moment that I love in the sessions. I love when I'm doing the sessions with Black people, and when we see that we are other ethnicities. Like I love, especially somebody that's like Black power, like whitey, I don't want whitey, da 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 da. And then we go into the session and come to find out he's a white woman. Like I love it. I love it. I love it because it helps us to shed all of these categories and all this judgment and all these labels. Like this is where we're headed. This is why I am doing this work right now. It is for the collective so that we can get away from all of these titles, like outside of you being a father or a mom or a single mom. Like these things do exist. This is your timeline reality, but you are so much more than that. You are so much deeper than that. You are everything. You're everywhere. I know I just said that, but I just want to make sense. So let me know if y'all have any questions. I'm about to end this live. Um, I wanted to show y'all that I'm having this raffle and give y'all the information on how to what you call it with me. Oh, I think I can highlight it. Let me see. Okay. $10 raffle. It's not coming up on my Facebook screen. The raffle was $10, you guys, and you can take advantage of having a MDR session that stands for multi dimensional regression. That is not a name that I came up with. My guides gave me that name. And that is where I take you into parallel realities. This is where you speak to your deceased loved ones. This is where you speak to your soul team. And I feel like besides speaking to your deceased loved ones, most importantly, we are, breaking free from trauma and karma. I think that's the most important thing that happens besides the closure that people get. So, this is the email that my Zelle is connected to. I should put that, whatever. That this is the email, okay? You guys can find this information in other places too. Like I'm going to post another flyer. I just kind of wanted to give it to you right now. Screenshot. So you're going to screenshot me a picture. This is the instructions, okay? You're going to purchase however many tickets that you want to purchase, and you're going to send them to either my Cash App, which is Woman Tree. How do I do that? It's right here, okay? Or you're going to send it to my Zelle. Okay, you can take a screenshot of this right now. Zelle. Okay, okay. And you are going to send the screenshot, either inbox me, DM me, it doesn't matter. I'm going to check all of them. And you can either email Dela at earthisschool.com. And I want you to send me a screenshot of your payment. And I want you to send me a number that you choose, 1 through 25. If you got 3 tickets, I need 3 numbers. Okay? I hope this is simple, y'all. Y'all know I like simple stuff. I hope this is making sense. I feel like it's simple, but stay tuned for the flyer. If you haven't already seen it, I'll post it again, and then all the information will be there. But this is for you to take advantage. Some of you guys reach out to me and you want to do a session, but you're just like, your money is kind of tight right now. Maybe you ain't got the money for it, whatever, whatever. Maybe that's you, maybe that's not. Regardless, you can take advantage of this right now. And hey, AI. What an interesting name. I'll probably go live tomorrow and talk about AI. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'm about to get out of here. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming through. I hope that if you're just tuning in, please play this back. Okay. I just told the story of me living in multiple realities, doing the same work, and how clear it was for me. I could see the dimensions intertwining with each other. I'm very much clear on this thing that I see. And I just gave the details of that. And what country are you in now? And what is going on in this live? In what country am I in now? I love that question. I am in, I was going to play with you and say another country because that's where I'm about to be, but I'm in Senegal. We're still in Senegal right now. And so, yeah, I am talking about parallel realities. And for those of you just tuning in and you don't know, I am an intuitive coach and an MDR therapist. That stands for multidimensional regression. I take people into parallel realities where we release trauma and karma, and I take them to speak to their soul team. And so I was just explaining a time that I had almost 2 years ago when I was very much aware that I'm doing a parallel. How do I even say that? I was very much aware that in multiple lives I'm doing the same thing, and I could see the lives coexisting. And I was just explaining how I reached out to my friend who is a medium. She does readings on, she can tap into your past lives through the Akashic records. And so I had reached out to her because I was like, oh my God, I feel these lives merging, and I want you to confirm with me, am I crazy or is this happening? And she was like, no, you're not crazy. And so, yeah, I just told that story about how that all came together. So, yeah. I appreciate you guys for coming through. Any questions? If you guys do not know my website, first of all, shout out to y'all who have been visiting my website, because I checked the numbers like 2 weeks ago, and it have been 500 people that came to my website in 1 month. 500 people. It's actually what made me want to do this raffle. 500 people visited my website in 1 month. Do you know how hard it is for someone to get traffic on their website that is not like, you know, big already? I am extremely grateful for the amount of people tuning in. No, I am not in Dakar. I'm not in Dakar. I'm in Sali. Y'all stay asking me questions about Senegal. Can we get deeper, y'all, on my YouTube channel? I love y'all. I love y'all so much. But every time I'm talking about something deep and spiritual, and maybe it's not even you. I'm sure you're not the same person, but I'm just saying, like, as a collective, I'd be like, ask me something deep about your life. Like, let me read you. Let me tell you about this. Let me answer a question about. And people be like on my YouTube channel, how do I move to Africa? Like, what city are you in? You guys, come on. I'm so much more than moving to Africa. I am so happy to have inspired people, though. Like, I understand that's a part of my journey. But also, what is a part of my journey is helping people see the light in them and connect to themselves. And so I want to show up in that space like how I'm supposed to. It's a reason why I'm not doing the Repat No Cap podcast anymore. I'm not trying to come through here as like the Black Panther that moved all her family on some like, you know, I don't even know. Like, that's not why I came here. I came here listening to my intuition. My guides told me to come to Senegal, you know, that things were going to be changing in the world and that I needed to take the first step so that people can also take that step. But it's not about like Black people specifically, you know. And this is not to you who just asked me that. I'm just saying, you just reminded me of what I've also mentioned in my last live as well, is that let's get deeper, you guys. Let's go deeper. Let's dive deeper. Let's dive deeper, okay? And if you guys want to talk to me about anything, you got my website. You can email me, dayla@earthisschool.com. You can go to my website, earthisschool.com, and contact me there. I do consultations about relocating, but I never advertise this because it is not something that I even want to do. But I just want to be available for people who are in the position that I was once in, like really wanting to leave. And I understand that, you know, the guidance to that. Now, I am writing an ebook on that though, because I get the question so much. I am literally in the middle of writing an ebook. Like, you will never see an ebook. You will never see a relocating ebook like this one, because I feel like I have a different perspective that people never mention when it comes to leaving whatever country you're leaving and going to wherever you're going to go. People are, we normally get really like really left brain when it comes to this. Like, we really focus on the logistics. Do you got the money? Do you got the house set up? Do you got the security of the people? Like, this is our only focus. We totally forget God. We do not even think about source and the divine timing and the divine purpose, or even the fact that when you make a move, it doesn't matter if you're moving with $100,000. Like, I watch people come to Senegal with a lot of money, with their 401k, selling their house and all of that, and they still end up having to go back because they still come here in a panic. They still come here like not really connected, like separate from source, separate from God, in a panic of everything else. Are you going to have this? Are you going to have, like, even with the money? Even with the money, I see this all the time. So it's really like when people ask me and they're like, what's your advice about moving? Like, what do I need? I be like, you need this and you need this. I'm not going to tell you that you need toilet paper and your cell phone, uh, your SIM card. I'm not going to tell you those basic things that you can figure out from Google real quick. Like, you need to be feeling your way through what is happening. Like, is this what you're supposed to be doing? Do you really feel called for this? Obey your intuition. You know, like, you need to be connected to make the move. And I'm probably the best advocate for this because I came here with $167. So I do understand a thing or two about, you know, following your intuition when it comes to making the move. So even if we have to talk about it, let's talk about it from that perspective. But the on the surface level that so many people on my YouTube channel ask me about, I am tired of that conversation, y'all. I love y'all so much. But go look at the episodes. The Repat No Cap, I think we covered everything. We have like 35 episodes of me and Afro Millennial Mama just breaking down everything you need to move. Like, we're talking about things on so many different levels. Let's get deeper. All right, you all. Hey, hey. I don't think I ever say your name right, sis. Hagar. I hate to see you just coming in because I'm about to leave. Okay, do you believe in time travel? Okay, we getting deep. Like, do you believe in time travel? Yeah, that's what I do. I definitely believe in time travel because that is what I do. When I'm taking people into parallel realities, I am taking them into other timelines. I'm able to say, what year is it? It's 19 so and so. It's year 500 AD. I am absolutely a believer in time travel. Now, do I believe that there's like a machine, like the movies, how the movies have depicted time travel for us? Absolutely not. Like, there's like a machine like on the Steve Urkel machine or whatever, going inside of, and then you come out, or like, what is the I was going to say Land Before Time, Back to the Future. Like, I don't believe in it being in that way, but I definitely believe in portals. Portals are most definitely real. I have sessions with people that have walked into portals and they did not know what it was until we do the session, and that will take you to another timeline. And then also, going through a timeline through your nervous system is definitely real. Like Stargate. Stargate. What is Stargate? Is what I know Stargate to be is Elon Musk's satellite. Is that what you're talking about, or something else? It's a movie, huh? Because I suck at movies. Like, I have 30 more days, my family, and we'll be there. Oh, hey. Okay. I forgot. Okay, yeah, you're on your way here. Yes, this is really good. Time travel can happen at any moment. This is accurate. This is very accurate. Time travel can happen at any moment. You can literally be warped into a different timeline. Absolutely. On some Doctor Strange things. Yep. Yep. There's multiple ways. Just like we're multidimensional, there's multiple ways of experiencing different timelines. And I hope that my explanation of us being, like, us experiencing trauma and needing to heal through karma and things in a parallel reality, like, I hope that that is also like going to connect with you guys as far as time travel, because that is what I'm talking about. If we want to be technical, time is not even what we think it is. Some people use the words time does not exist. I don't like to say it in that way because that's a paradox within itself. Like, if time didn't exist, then what the hell time is it right now? You know what I mean? Like, it does exist, but the way that we measure it and everything is definitely completely made up. Oh, it was a show. Let me write down this show because I am so into watching shows and movies that have to do with that. um, I said I want to go back and watch Star Trek because I haven't watched Star Trek since I was a kid. Like, I don't even know if I even watched more than one episode. But when I'm in my sessions and I'm speaking to extraterrestrials, they have given me the message about Star Trek being um, like a cursor for us. Like, there's some messages in Star Trek. I think Star Trek was like the first time that, like, the public, like, we've seen the idea of extraterrestrial things and like space and all that. Other timelines. That's time travel. As soon as you get to space, the time changes. Every time you start talking, YouTube. Those are shut up. That makes me so mad. Why? Why is YouTube doing that? Y'all don't know. I've been going through so much with technology. I am just grateful that I am here on this live, baby, because I barely made it. I barely made it on this live, y'all. I really be going through with technology. It is so funny. But my theory is that because in another reality, which I have already confirmed, I have a video of myself in another reality. It's actually my friend Jennifer I just spoke about, and she is speaking about us in Andromeda, and I am a being that is very evolved, and I feel like I'm really good at technology in Andromeda, and technology there is mental. It's very easy. Here it is not easy. It's very not easy. And I'm telling you guys, I have some weird things when it comes to technology. It's crazy. That's my theory. I actually asked one of the souls about that, and he was just like, "That's a good theory." He was like, "That's a good theory, but if you could stop believing that, then you can do better with technology." I was like, "Okay." It just shows you the power of our minds. So, all right, y'all. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys are interested in a reading with me or a session where I take you into a desired reality and you pull back what you want, or an MDR session where you go into parallel realities, you can hit up my website, earthisschool.com. Until next time.